What's going on, guys? I'm Bryan D, aka Ryan 680.
Hey, what's going on? I'm Frankie from the Nerd Coliseum.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. What did we just get done watching, man?
We just got done watching
Kung Fu Panda 4. Yeah, Kung Fu Panda 4, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, I have seen we actually saw the last one last night. And I got to admit, though, I'm going to go off and say it real quick. I know it's going to be the unpopular opinion. The third one was like 2 steps backwards.
Okay.
But this one, I'll say it like this, very subtle. It's very subtle. It's 1 step forward. I will leave it at that. But what did you think, Trey?
Yeah, so 2008, the first Kung Fu Panda came out.
Dude,
So,
that was so good, yeah.
Here we are all these years later, and they're still making sequels. But you know what? I'm not mad about it. I think this one was pretty good. It had a lot of humor, I think, for the whole family. It's a good film for the whole family.
Yeah.
Also, they sprinkled in some life lessons in there, which I thought was kind of neat to see. And And I think it worked out pretty well.
It's hard to compare, right? But it's like, for me, I didn't love it. I didn't love this movie, Kung Fu Panda 4. I thought there was a lot of funny moments in here. There were. But at the same time, though, there was a lot of, 1-cent jokes that I just was not digging. Mainly because it was mainly part of the audience was for kids, for children and everything. And so leave it at that. They take it with a grain of salt. But the fact is that DreamWorks is known to make fantastic animation films. Fantastic films like How to Train Your Dragon 1, 2, and 3. Shrek. One of the best animation films last year was Last Wish with Puss in Boots. So it's you really get into that realm of these are the same creators behind it and all. So I kind of compare it to that caliber in a way, but at the same time I'm all you know what, I enjoyed this movie for what it was and everything, but to me Kung Fu Panda 1's still the best one out of the whole franchise. Now it's kind of hard to say right now though. Even though we'll see, I think this is a perfect time because families are about to get into spring break. Yeah. They're going to go see this in theaters. This is definitely a family recommends kind of a movie. This is definitely a family recommends kind of film. And so it really, I'll leave it at that. But I feel like that for me that if you are going to go see this movie, if you are skeptical on going to the theaters and everything, I would say go see Dune Part 2 versus this film in general, just because it's a totally different caliber of filmmaking and everything. But at the same time, though, it's if you're going with families, you got to see this movie, right?
Yeah, I'd say it depends on the crowd. I think if you like Kung Fu Panda 1, I think this is a pretty faithful sequel to go along with it.
Yeah.
And if you're a fan of Jack Black, that ending credit
that's
song,
the ending
credit song, you probably heard it already on TikTok and all that other stuff, but it's
Jack Black is a hidden treasure. He's a human treasure to this world. He really
absolutely
is, and I love him. I love him in a lot of films. Nacho Libre is one of the top performances of him. I'm the kind that squeeze, and it's dude, those funny moments, and in School of Rock, and it's just nonstop of Jack Black. But at the same time, though, it's it needs to reach a certain caliber in so many different ways, and I feel like that for me it didn't really hit that in this level. But yeah, any final thoughts, Trey?
No, I think we've covered it, and I think you want to see Kung Fu Panda 4 in theaters if you can. Oh yeah, be sure to check this out at a theater because this is a family recommends kind of film. But again, though, if you are gonna go see this with a couple or anything like that, I would say, hey, I kind of feel like they made this movie because of the generation, now they have kids, so it's now hey, I was a kid when I saw this, now I have kids, and then so I kind of feel that, I think
feel
we just have one more thing to say.
What's up?
Skadoosh.